What's good? What's good? It's your boy, comedian Craig McLaurin. We back, and today I want to talk about support and supporting your brother, supporting your sister if they're doing something. There's a lot of people out here working and grinding and doing their thing, and I can only speak from a personal standpoint. If you got a little hustle going on, and when I say hustle, I don't mean illegal. I mean whatever you do to get money other than your job. If you're doing, you have a 9 to 5 and you do something on the side, whether it's make T-shirts, whether it's comedy, whether you're acting, whatever, that's your hustle. And you want people to support you. You want that support. And that's what I want to talk about today, because a lot of people support you, or they may support their homie differently than they support these establishments, these corporations. I had a comedy show Sunday night, and there were people there who they had bought tickets, and they came in and they were asking what do I get with my ticket? And I hear that a lot. What do I get for my $20? And my answer is always the same. You get in for your $20. You don't get anything extra. When you go to the movies, you don't get popcorn with your ticket. Soda and candy don't come with your ticket. You pay for that ticket to get in and enjoy the show. If you're going to support, don't support your brother or your sister with conditions, because when you go to Macy's or Target or Walmart, you don't ask those people, what do I get for this price? You just pay whatever they ask you to pay. And don't get me wrong, this is going to sound a little arrogant, but we want your support. We don't need it, we want it. We want the support. We have something that we're selling. Me personally, I sell comedy. I sell funny. And when you come to my show, that's exactly what you're going to get. I've been doing my show now for 8 years, and I've never had anyone complain about the comedy. They may have said a waitress didn't bring their food or something that had to do with the club, but not my comedy. I've never had a complaint about my comedy. I bring top-notch comedy wherever I go, and it's almost insulting for a patron to say, what am I going to get for my money? You're going to get way more comedy for the money. But if I was making T-shirts or cleaning office buildings or whatever I'm doing, whatever you do to try to make a better life for yourself, those of us who are supporting, just support. If you're going to support it. If not, don't. But don't support me. Don't support your brother. Don't support your sister. Don't support us with conditions. Because when you go to buy that Gucci bag, that's an outlandish price, but you don't argue that. You don't argue what you're paying for, things in these department stores and things like that. So just support. It's a lot of people out here who are grinding, who are trying their best to not only better their lives, but better their communities and better their, circumstances. And it's insulting. Like I said, it's insulting to have to answer those questions. What am I going to get for my money? What am I going to get for whatever? You know what I'm saying? You guys support Nike, you support Adidas, you support Under Armour, you support Coke, you support Pepsi, you support all these brands. But when your fellow man has a brand, you support that with conditions. And I think that's wrong. I think that's just support it the same way you support all these other things, because those brands had a day one. They had a first day. They had a period where they were underground trying to get it as well. So I say all that to say, just, keep supporting, keep doing what you're doing. I'm a comedian out of Philly, and I support as many Philly artists as I can, as well as New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore, Virginia. I just, we show love. And that's the other part of what I want to talk about, is just showing love. Show love to people, man. It's free, it's easy, and it keep a lot of stress off of you, man. Just show love to your brother. Show love. I'm a speaker. I speak to people when I see them. A lot of people don't like that. They don't like, especially here in Philly, a lot of people don't like to be spoken to or be the initiator of, just to say hello. They call that being Joe familiar or being Joe, but I'm a speaker. I must say hi to you because it's just in this day and age we got a lot going on as far as violence, as far as the political standpoint, economic. It's too easy and too free just to say hello to somebody, and it cuts down on your blood pressure, on your stress level. Just show love, spread love, think positive. Um, like try to manifest positive thoughts in your head. I used to be a negative thinker. I used to always think the worst of things before I started forcing myself to be a positive thinker. What you think is what you manifest. What goes on in your head is going to manifest in your life. My father taught me when I was a kid, he said you got to see it before you do it. So I used to see myself destroying comedy stages every time I stepped on one, and that's what I do now. I saw myself acting in plays and acting on film, and that's what I do now. And it's not just in the entertainment. If you want to land that job, see yourself working there already. If you want to open up that business, see yourself doing it already, and then move on it. Don't just daydream about it forever, but make the move on it. But thinking about it, putting that positive affirmation in your head is what's going to birth your business. So we're spreading love. We're thinking positive. We're supporting each other, and that's my message for today. Just think positive, spread that love. You know, speak, speak. Try that. That's the first thing I started doing when I started spreading love. I just forced myself to speak to people walking down the street, and like I said before, in Philly, that's a hard thing to do because Philly is an uptight city. And New York. New York is probably more uptight than Philly. But just speak to people, even if they don't speak back. It puts you in that frame of mind of just spreading positivity, being positive, and showing love. You know, it takes away from your stress. It takes away from your the anxiety, and it helps you get through your day. Little things like that. It's not major stuff that's gonna make your day any better. It's little stuff. Thinking positive, showing love. If you're going to support, support. Don't do it with conditions. And those are just some of the things that I just like to share. You know what I'm saying? And it's a crazy world out here, and we need more people thinking positive. You know, we need more business owners. We need more homeowners. We need more people buying property, living your dream, doing the things that you want to do. But a lot of those things you get sidetracked from the negativity. You know, it's easy to think about. I do this when you're in your spare time. Think of 10 things that make you angry, and then think of 10 things that make you happy. That angry list will get done like that. But you got to really force yourself to think about the things that make you happy. And it's crazy. But what you think and what you put in your head is what manifests itself in your life. So I read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It was one of the best books that I ever read because it teaches you how to literally force yourself to be positive and to think positive, and the things that you want in your life, you got to think them in your head first. You got to see it in your head before you ever do it. Even if you don't know how to get started, you got to see yourself doing it. I always saw myself as a comedian. I saw myself as an actor. Even when I was on the street, even when I was doing other things, I saw myself in that light, and it worked for me. So that's my message for today. And I'm comedian Craig McLaurin. You can follow me on Instagram at Craig Mack Comedy. You can follow me on Twitter at Craig Mack Comedy. You can hit me up on Facebook under Craig McLaurin. Every second Sunday, I have a comedy show at Second Story Philly. It's upstairs at Club Risque in Philadelphia, 1700 South Columbus Boulevard, Philadelphia, PA. September is my next show, and we're doing it on the third Sunday, only because the Philadelphia Eagles have a home game, and when they have a home game, the club is like overrun with staff, so we got to push it back a week. But we're doing September the 15th, and I'm showing love, I'm supporting, and I'm being positive about the lineup, because my lineup is all underground local guys. You know, I have my two features is Funny Mike out of Philly and Brandon Reeves out of Brooklyn, but we low-level guys. And my headliner has not been in the game for 5 years, but he's a funny guy. His name's John Phillips. He is hilarious, and I'm trying to show these guys that We could put shows together. We could sell out shows. You don't have to have a major name on your bill to do it. So check me out, September 15th, Second Story Philly. I got Funny Mike, I got Brandon Reeves, and the hilarious John Phillips. And I'm your host, comedian Craig McLaurin. I will see y'all next Thursday or the Thursday after that. Peace.